夜でなくとも空が見えなくとも月の光はいつもそこにある。
この研究は確かに将来性がありますね。
ナドくらいにいるとき、動物たちの行動で気になることがあれば、私に聞きに来るがよい。
ぜひ食べてみて。北の地ではめったに見られない品種も揃ってるわ。この研究は確かに将来性がありますね。
行き先は決めたか？それとも草地で少し休んでいくか？夜でなくとも空が見えなくとも月の光はいつもそこにある。
将来性がありますね。ぜひ食べてみて。北の地ではめったに見られない品種も揃ってるわ。
ナドくらいにいるとき、動物たちの行動で気になることがあれば、私に聞きに来るがよい。
確かに将来性がありますね。ぜひ食べてみて。北の地ではめったに見られない品種も揃ってるわ。この研究は確かに将来性がありますね。ぜひ食べてみて。北の地ではめったに見られない品種も揃ってるわ。この研究は確かに将来性がありますね。
行き先は決めたか？それとも 草地で少し休んでいくか。
この研究は確かに将来性がありますね。この研究は確かに将来性がありますね。
ナドクライにいるとき、動物たちの行動で気になることがあれば、私に聞きに来るがよい。
ぜひ食べてみて。北の地ではめったに見られない品種も揃ってるわ。この研究は確かに将来性がありますね。
行き先は決めたか？それとも草地で少し休んでいくか？この研究は確かに将来性がありますね。北の地ではめったに見られない品種も揃ってるわ。ナドクライにいるとき、動物たちの行動で気になることがあれば、私に聞きに来るがよい。 夜でなくとも空が見えなくとも月の光はいつもそこにある。行き先は決めたか？それとも草地で少し休んでいくか？ナドクライにいるとき、動物たちの行動で気になることがあれば、私に聞きに来るがよい。 行き先は決めたか？それとも草地で少し休んでいくか？さあ、
旅人か。随分と親しいな。まさかなどくらいで会えるとは。可能ならそうしたいところだね。そうだな。ここは文字通り無法地帯と言っていい。誰かから法律相談を受けたとしても、みんな結局は最終弁護手段で、もちろんこれだよ。最も直接的な最終弁護手段。冗談はここまでにしよう。本のテーマは法律の境界。その中に法律がなくなると理由ではそんな取材絶対にできないだろう。だからこうしてなどくらいかの有名な無法などくらいに足を踏み入れた瞬間、ここに来て正解だったと思ったよ。ここは通りでなどくらいに来てから一人も同業者を見かけない。心配ない。これでも1000人の血が流れている。むしろ地元の強盗に少し襲われたいくらいだ。
Then like your Adeptus blood, they can't leave a scratch. Does that mean like they literally can't leave a scratch? Because she's like, her skin is that tough or she's that impervious to damage? Or is it just that she's super strong and so they would never be able to get the upper hand? Kind of curious, which.
そうだな。何日も説得話は通してあるぞ。私がバーヤを騙せるわけがない。納得してくれたよ。バーヤは私を可愛がっているからな。繰り返し説得してその非分の館と面談の約束があるんだ。そろそろ時間だからまた。
シカチン、シカチン。朝ごはんはちゃんと食べないと大きくなれない。アイヌ、鹿さんの口にホワイトベリーの食べかすがついてます。本当？なるほど。怪我は順調に治っている。
お二人の細やかな看病のおかげだ。運が良ければその子の群れがどこに。
でも
分かっておる。お別れしたくないのだろう。だが怪我が治ったらやはり。
分かってる。でもまだ足は痛む？
もう痛くないけどまたブラッシングして。いいよ。
ブラシを持って気に入ったら持って帰ってもいいから。あれ、どこに置いたんだっけ？
では私はここで失礼する。 その子の面倒を見てくれてありがとう。改めて礼を言う。
大丈夫ですよ、ラウマさん。愛のは鹿さんが大好きで、私も鹿さんが大好きです。面倒を見るのは当たり前のことです。それに鹿さんとお話ができて、愛のも私も嬉しいです。
そうか。あの幼い角鹿もお二人を今離れ離れになっても行け。
裁きの雷、どの目が出るかし
蒼月よ、永遠なる
ら。無我の境地。はっはっせっふっとってっはっ。逃げ道はありません。よっそこ。
水遊びの時間だよ。
迷える者よ。
捕まえた。さっ見切りました。と痛がっちゃいないわ。終わりね。
やめよ。宗樹の加護、林野に永遠の安寧を。
稲光、すなわち永遠なり。とてっはっやっ。ひゅっ。
皆のために祈ろう。
捕まえた。糸よ、工作せよ。無我の境地。てっそこ。はっはってっふっ。
迷える者よ、蒼月よ、永遠。
終わりね。撤収。ここより弱滅の時。はっやっふったってせっはったふっ。裁きの怒り。
林野に永遠の安寧を。
どの目が出るかしら。稲光、すなわち永遠なり。そこ。ふっはっせっはっやっ。
見切りました。
炎スライムは塩コショウで、やっぱりニンニク味がいいかな。お披露目だ。
震えてるじゃない。極寒のせい？それとも恐怖？
歌え、僕の名のもとに。
逃げ道はありません。ここより弱滅の時。やった。
はい、
みんなは俺が守る。くらえ。
君に捧げよう。
てっぺっはっ。
Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Just stand by the fucking thing until the fucking... Get the fucking fly... Jesus Christ, dude. Get the fucking butterflies and attack. They do the majority of damage.
光よ。光り輝くがいい。踊りますよ。
裁きの雷、無我の境地。ふん、そこ。やっ。ストップ。はっ。しっ。ふん。てっ。無礼者。
ガッガッ殲滅モード。
てっ。やっ。
掃除対象。
そこ。
録音。それトークをたたえよう。
燃え尽きるまで。
君に捧げよう。はあ、歌え、僕の名のもとに。防衛モード起動。
救済はいらないの。ここより弱滅
Oh, God damn it. Fucking... I hit the button to open the menu, it didn't do it. So pressing triangle did nothing. Oh, pressing triangle did the wrong thing, really. I wasted my burst. Fortunate.
この童貞童貞について星とし無事今日の依頼を達成しましたね。星とし
聞いたことやつがいるって。
Oh, that's weird. So it's a co-op thing. I mean, I assumed it was co-op because it had points, and they continue to go up and down and shit. Blue. I'm not even sure what it's supposed to do. Because, like, before it was like you did bombs or stuff. And we had, like, a certain number of bombs. So, but it's sort of co-op, and what the fuck are we supposed to do? Oh, that was pretty fun. Wait, did not get my boss, but I still got, oh, that's pretty amusing. Obviously, it's, pretty silly. I liked it. That's a pretty fun co-op thing. It's crazy, though, if you think about it. It's like, I almost got 1,800 points, which means, like, I only need to do, like, 3 of these. I'll just do a random one. Oh. Oh, I see. I don't... Oh, I actually do one of each. Shit. I thought that was just I thought that was just a random. You could choose a random one. I'm like, yeah, because I don't really care. But I guess it makes sense. It forces you to know what the fuck you're doing. Yeah, player one's an idiot and not swapping. Yeah, player one was not actually like selecting their fucking appearance. Yeah, I was just smacking myself. How did I get the least damage taken at 5? Like I got to hit so many times. It was like, yep, you got damage at least. I'm like, wow. I'm kind of curious what happens if one of us dies. Like, does that mean we have to do the bosses and do the shit without a person? Yeah, this one thing is all I need. Like, with this, I'm done. Oh, whoops! I should probably pay attention to that. Oh yeah, it's like an arm bouncing its own bombs back. I don't even know what that means. Oh my god, what the fuck is with player one? Oh, there we go, finally. Jesus Christ, like, it's only... Like, this time was the last player to fucking ready up. For, like, all you are doing is slightly changing your color. So how do we bomb its bombs back at it? Oh, do we have to, like, does it plant it, and then we have to, like, do a bomb near it, like, next to it? I'm not even sure what the fuck this is. Oh, I see. X, there's a new button to bump. Okay, there we go. That was fun. That was interesting. Yeah, I didn't realize there was another button to... Oh, I got 13 opponents. Jesus. That's a lot. I'm surprised I was that good. Yeah, so you get a lot. I don't know if they increased the points that you could get per round, because it does seem like I got a lot. Because it seems like, yeah, you run 3 runs. Like, what's the point of even the random? Now, I do understand what the point is because they put level caps. They put point caps on this. So basically, when the event first dropped, it probably didn't have... yeah, it's for each one, right? When the event first dropped, it probably only had like 12... let's see. I mean, 3 rounds? 3 by 3 is 1. So it might have been 1,600. It might have been 1,600 each, and then they just released it 1,600 at a time. Hard to say, though, because there's like an 1,800 one here. So they could have gone 1,800, then another 1,800, they get 3,600, and then just bumped it up by 1,200. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I'm assuming the last one is... Huh. So if I match, does this one have a point? Like, this one says clear, it says max points. Will this one also have a clear and have max points? Whatever, doesn't really matter. That was much quicker than I thought it'd be. I saw it was a co-op event. I am surprised. Oh, cool. We get each one of those little Dodocos. Each one of the... So the Klee one. I like the blue one, obviously. That's kind of cool. I do like that. It's a fun little event. I do like how they kind of build upon old events. So that was... Let's see, anyway. Let's just spend... I do like how they built upon it, because like before, that event was just a solo event, where all you did was basically the same thing. Is like you had your bombs and stuff, and I think you had a certain number of bombs. Like you had a certain number of bombs, which you had to clear all the enemies. I don't think you had bosses in the first one, because it was more of a puzzle. It's more of a puzzle game where it was like, yeah, you have this many bombs. Each bombs did various things. And so you have to be like, okay, this one will do a cross, and this one will not. Oh, fuck. What's my crosshair? There it is. So... Thought I had enough range for that. Anyway. Just one of those. There we go. But yeah, that was a nice little event. I do like how they iterate on their events. Where it's, I mean, it's basically a good way to be cheap, right? It's a good way to use the same resources and stuff. But I do like the fact that it's not like it's rarely ever just like, oh no, we're just going to bring you back, and you do literally, and there's literally no difference. It's like, no, you're brought back, but like there actually is a difference. You're coming back and doing it slightly different. No, I'd be okay if they brought it back and it was identical too, because it's like, you know, it's a fun little event. Like I'd rather have a lot of little events like that, because I do like them. I do enjoy them. The problem is like they have this event, so like this non-cry patch basically had, I mean, it had all the exploration. So like, there's one thing you don't really need to do. Like, there's one thing you have to do, right? Obviously, do the exploration. So that's one thing that's gonna take up a ton of time. And then they had the previous I Know event, which was like a bigger one. And now it's this one where it's like not super hard to do. It's like, I don't know, like the fact that you can get all max points in just doing one of each of them, I don't know, it's good in the sense that it's, you know, quick, you're done. But it also kind of sucks because it's like, well, why would you come back? Although it is fun, you know, it's fun and enjoyable. So I do like that. So there will be people who do it, and there have been. You know, I queued up for one of each of them, and despite it being like halfway, like despite the event starting like a week ago or a few days ago, there's still a bunch of people playing it. So not doing terribly. We'll see how bad matchmaking is when you're getting close to the end of the event. But so yeah, I do enjoy it. It was fun. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I've done my dailies. I did that event. I thought it would take a little longer. I wasn't actually even sure what the event was. I just saw that it was there. I'm like, I had no clue what this was. Now that I know, it's like, oh, okay, it's that one. It's that puzzle one where you're basically playing Bomberman. Except with co-op, which is a nice little spin. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I will be back on later today. I'll be playing some more Borderlands 4. There's been a new Maurice's Black Market Vending Machine, which I have to go find and see what my roles are for this week. What do I have a chance of getting? And I saw that I assume it's like Directive Zero seems to be the Moxie's challenge event. And yesterday I spent 10,000 Iridium farming Driller Hole, looking for a Phosphine Katagawa, or the other one, the Order Assault Rifle. I forget what it was called. It's like GQM or something. GQR something. I got a bunch of both of them, and I found some max rolls for both. So I have a max roll Order damage one, just pure Order gun. And then I have the max roll with the Jacobs part, it seems. Without the Jacobs part, it's slightly more damage. It's 8,000 DPS. It's really crazy. Whereas the one with Jacob parts has, I think, 6,000. So, but the ricochet alone and getting the bonus from the from a Jacobs enhancement will definitely make up the difference. And then I got a bunch of Katagawa stuff too. So I think I kept a Katagawa Jacobs COV one, which had lower damage, and then there's just the Katagawa Jacobs one, which had a decent amount of damage. And I think I also kept a max roll one without Jacobs parts at all, which is like fine. You know, if you're not doing any Jacobs enhancements, geez, it's still faster to it does slightly more damage, because it seems like every single part that's added lowers the maximum damage. So it seems like there's a roll where like all the parts are just like, there are no additional parts to it. There are no additional like manufacturer parts onto it, because all those parts went into damage instead. It seems like that's kind of how it is that so every single other enhancement seems to lower the damage. Although weirdly enough, I saw someone with a Torg sticky bod shotgun, and their damage was like way higher. Like I mean, to be fair, I haven't gotten that many bods, but like the highest bod that had like nothing else, just the Hyperion shield, which I think all of them come with, and the Daedalus part. I think the Hyperion and the Daedalus ammo changer this is standard for every single bod. This guy had a shotgun, and it had like 200 more damage per pellet. I have no fucking clue how he got that. Like, is it? I don't know if that's just a Torg sticky thing, or because like Torg parts usually kind of make like the damage pretty high. Like Torg parts usually have high damage, so I'm just like, maybe that's it. Maybe it's because of the Torg sticky. But I tried farming it, and every single one didn't have a Torg sticky part. I don't even think I had a Jacobs part. I don't even know it can come with Jacobs. But it's the kind of thing where I was farming a lot. Like, I was farming for hours. And, like, I think I farmed it for, like, 6 hours total, like, in 2 3-hour sessions. And I think I got, like, 2 bods per 3-hour session. And then I was farming Driller Hole yesterday with the Mad Moxie Iridium for 100 Iridium each, and it drastically increases the odds of parts and rolls. So I'm like, okay, so I have a good bod. It's fine. It's like I only have it for the challenge log stuff, so I just need it just for that. I don't really give a shit about anything else. So long as I have it, that's fine. I just gotta make sure when I'm doing all my quests and stuff, I'm just using the bod, so I get all my kills counting, and kills and crits counting towards the challenges for each of the weapon types. So while I'm doing that, I'm getting all of that. So interestingly enough, yeah, by the time Moxie moves over to Axmal, it could be that I'll already have completed the challenges and I won't need a Torg sticky bod at all. Although the damage of it is really good regardless. Like I really like the damage. So I am still a fan of it. So I will get a Torg sticky one because like the damage is good, and the damage would be even better if I can get a Torg sticky one because I have the only legendary enhancement I've ever gotten. Luckily, is really good in that it has the 50%. If you have a Torg sticky magazine, 50% of the damage is applied when the sticky applies. So normally Torg stickies, you shoot them up, and the enemy takes no damage while you're applying them. They're just like you're planting sticky bombs on them. So you're just layering sticky bombs, and then when you reload or swap your weapon, all the bombs go off. And with each bomb that explodes, it does 3% more damage for the next one. So if you are able to shoot, if your gun has 10 ammo, you shoot your 10 stickies, and if they all hit, assumedly, that first sticky will do the damage on the card. The next sticky will do that times 1.03. The next will do that new enhanced damage times 1.03, for 10 times. So it'll be increasing damage. But it only takes damage when the explosions go off. So while you're shooting them off stickies, they're taking no damage. So they're still on the field and still damaging you, which is kind of rough. Whereas all the other guns do all damage up front. Bullet hits them, they take damage, no worries. So the problem with Torg stickies is there's a delay. You have to unload your clip, then reload, and that's when they take a lot of damage. And you also don't even know how many stickies they need before they die. So you could be layering 20 stickies on them, but really you only needed 10, and they would have died at 10, and so you wasted 10 additional stickies worth of time to apply that. So yeah, there's that. So the cool thing about this enhancement is that 50% of that damage happens up front. So you can actually kill, and you can see, his health is getting a little low. Okay, time to just prematurely reload, so I can just set off the stickies, let him die, and move on. So you can kind of get a feel for how many do you need to continue firing, or what. And then, of course, it's just doing more damage. Like, the fact is you're getting 50% more damage up front, which means normally you'd be doing 100% of your damage times each one of your bullets, plus that little modifier for stickies. But, you're getting 50% up front, which means that's an additional 50% damage. Also, the other modification with enhancements, for legendary enhancements, you get 2 bonus buffs. The second enhancement I have on it, so the first one is that sticky one, where I just do additional 50% damage up front for sticky magazines. And the second one is, for Torg guns, any Torg licensed part does 25% more damage flat out with a 100% increase in splash damage radius. So if the splash damage radius is 100 centimeters, this will make it 200. Which means, you know, it's easier to crush the crystals on vile enemies. It's easier to get some splash damage to hit enemies that would have otherwise missed. Like if your sticky falls on the ground or something, they might be slightly too far away for the explosion to hit them, but with doubling the radius, you have a chance of still getting them with it. So, and then of course that's 25% damage for Torg parts, which I have, because that's what Torg stickies are, so that they're still technically Torgs. So not only am I getting 50% damage up front, but also the damage of the gun is increased by 25% regardless. So that's pretty cool. So that's why I want it on the bod, because the bod already does pretty decent damage. So how much more damage would it do if I get a 75% increase in damage? You know, a 25% increase, and then 50% of that happening when I hit an enemy with a single shot, and then I can just reload to have an additional 100% of lot, you know? So that would be pretty cool. So that's what I really wanted, but unfortunately all the bods I got did not have it. So I've seen someone with it, they screenshotted it and showed it, and for some reason my bod was the max roll bod I've ever saw was a 330 times 5, 330 damage per pellet times 5 pellets per shot. And the one I saw was like 580 times 5. And I was like, what the fuck? How do you? So I'm curious if that's because of the Torg part, increase the base damage of it or something. I'm not sure. But the problem is that it feels like the bod is the rarest. So it seems like of the dedicated drops that Axemal has, his grenade mod and his rep kit are the most common, because I get a lot of those. The first run I did, I got so many fucking grenades from him with a few rep kits and then like 2 bods. And then the second time I farmed him, I got a shitload of rep kits, not that many grenades, and also not that many bods. So realistically, if I really want to farm a Torg sticky bod, it's just going to have to be waiting until Mad Moxie allows me to pay Iridium for a higher drop rate chance, which is, unfortunately, could take forever. I know it's not this week, so the problem is it resets every week. So it's not this week. It might not be next week. There's a lot of bosses, so there's like 100 or so bosses, maybe. I'm just guessing, but let's just say there's 50, right? Let's say there's 50, that's not crazy. It feels like there definitely are 50. Because every single bunker has one, every single mine has one. There's the bosses there's each of the normal bosses, which I'm pretty sure can also, you can do that. There's the vaults. And yeah, there's the story bosses, there's the vault bosses, there's the mines and bunker bosses. If there's not 50, there's at least 30. So 30 bosses, but even still, I guess 30 bosses, and it only allows you to boost the drop rate 1 boss per week. So it's like, I either have to continuously farm, act small, and hope, which is a little soul numbing. Like I farmed so many driller hole runs yesterday, trying to get phosphine, and didn't get shit. And it's just like, man, and I was thinking, oh, I'll do a little bit of a grind and then move on. But like, it's just so draining to do the same thing over and over again, trying to be as fast as you possibly can. It's just like, yeah, after a 3-hour farming session, I was like, ugh, I am done. I cannot do this anymore. I'm just like fucking burnt out. So yeah. So that's why this week I'll figure if I've already unlocked Directive Zero. I don't think I have. It doesn't sound super familiar, but I also might have just like done it as part of a quest and just beat it the one time. I don't think I have though, unless it's a story mission boss, which I might have done ages ago. I'm not quite sure.
いつもそこ
I
に
mean, Directive Zero does feel very ordery, so it could be in Dominion. If it's in Dominion, then I pretty much have done no side quest in there, with the exception of one of the Augur Mines, because that's where Axmal was. So, I feel like it's in Fadelands, and if it's in Fadelands, I've done mostly everything there. But that's basically what I'm going to pop. I'm going to pop into the game. I'm going to quickly check Maurice's Black Market vending machine, see what's on offer. Hopefully it's something lucky. I mean, hell, it could be a bot. That's the thing, is that is technically the thing, is that while Moxie's is once per week, it's only one boss per week. Technically that boss has 3 dedicated drops, so it's 3 possible dedicated drops from the boss. And then Maurice's Black Market vending machine also has a selection of 2 legendaries that you can purchase from there. So even if Moxie doesn't have it, even if the boss that Moxie has is not doesn't have the weapon I want, there was the slight possibility that it could be in Maurice's Black Market vending machine, which actually would be the better thing, because then I don't have to worry. I could just go there, check the rolls, only buy the one I want, and then I can just chill by the vending machine, wait an hour for the cooldown to complete, check it again, ad nauseum, over and over again until it's finally the Torgsiki one I want, and then my damage will really soar. But, because when I was farming Driller Hole, I was doing really well with the gun I got, the Rowan's Charge that I got from last week's Maurice's Black Market vending machine, because it was a Torg. It was a Torg and Jacob's. So basically, anytime I get a crit, it ricochets. And I have a crit knife, which allows me to crit for 5 seconds, no matter what. So every single one of those stickies was also ricocheting. And the 50% damage that happens up front also happens. Gets crit damage modifiers. Also, I think if you crit a sticky, the explosion will also crit. So the idea is that if you shoot them in the head, like if you shoot a bunch of stickies in their head, is that because that's a crit spot, when they explode, the explosion will also be crits. Now, I don't know if that also applies for the crit knife, because it might not. It might not register when, it might not register, did you crit when you exploded, or did you crit when you initially hit? It might just be like, okay, well, I'm exploding now, is this in a crit spot? But either way, either A, if it's the first one, then I just need to anyone that I shot up during my crit knife window will crit outside of the crit knife window, or it's just that when I reload and the stickies start exploding, I just have to throw my crit knife so that all the explosions will crit. So either one or the other. I just gotta throw my crit knife early, or later. But the cooldown of it's so short, I can realistically do it for both. Anyway, that's enough Borderlands 4 talk. Kind of went on a little on a tangent, especially in Genshin. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm going to be doing later tonight. I'm going to be going into the Fadelands. Well, I'm going to be first going to Maurice's Black Market vending machine, which I've seen a screenshot of. Looks like it's in. Well, I saw a screenshot of a video. The thumbnail of a video was clearly in Dominion, so somewhere in Dominion. And I'll check, where the Moxie's boss is. Do want to log in as well? But I might do a few. Depending if I've unlocked it already, I might do a few runs, a few enhanced runs, just to get a few of their dedicated drops, and then move on to more Fadelands exploration. I'm pretty much almost done with Fadelands. I think there's one mine and one not driller site, but the tank site, whatever. The thing you can get the car stuff, and then like 1 or 2 side quests. So I'm really, really close to being done. And then there's a few echo logs and vault symbols I haven't gotten from some regions. But I do know that I was looking for the echo log in one region, in the first region you start the game in, and it was like, oh no, actually this echo log, and I couldn't find it for the life of me. And they're like, oh no, this echo log only appears when you've done a quest from Terminus Range. I'm like, what? This is the first area. How the fuck would you tie exploration content for this area, or even the Fadelands in general, to another region's side quest? So that can get a little frustrating because that basically means you have to kind of like do every single side quest in every single region, just in case something, like in case there's like a quest chain. So like maybe I have to do a quest in Terminus Range to unlock a quest in Fadelands, and then that quest is what unlocks the Echo Log. Hard to say, but yeah. So I mean, it's fine because I was going to do all the shit anyway. But it does. I do like to be more methodical about it. So I kind of, if I could have, I would want 100% the Fadelands before moving on to the next area. But it seems like the very fact that they tie some of the logs and shit to other quests, it feels like there's no real point in even looking it up on an interactive map until I've at least done every single side quest. Because like the only reason I figured it out is because I clicked on the thing from the interactive map and it was like, oh yeah, you need to go to this quest. I'm like, oh fuck, because I was like, oh there it is, I'll just go there, and I wasted like 5 minutes looking around for it. So having to like click on every single one of those things just to make sure it's doable is kind of annoying. So I'd rather just do all the side quests than just have the interactive map open and I'll just go to the area and look for it. Like I'm fine looking for it. I don't need it to be like literally spelled out, but if I know if I can use the interactive map to find the general area and know that it's going to be there, I'm fine spending an extra few minutes finding it myself versus like getting a literal screenshot to tell me exactly where it is, because that's less fun. I do like it. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I like Genshin, is I like the exploration content of the game. So why would I deprive myself of that in Borderlands? Like, and I try to find stuff myself for the most part. It's just like there are some things that like you have to be super fucking close to, or they don't even appear on the map. And the fact that like you don't have a mini map, so the map is just kind of shit, and you have to constantly open it up just to see if there's a little marker for one of the things nearby. And considering how big and open the world is, the likelihood of you actually like going past exactly what you need, especially when it's in the middle of nowhere. Like, sure, there might be stuff around, like buildings and stuff. Yeah, sure, you might go around a building and wander around. But, like, if it's just like, nope, there's just a chair over here by this tree in the middle of this field. It's like, yeah, so unless you happen to go through that field for some reason, you wouldn't even know. So I'm fine, like, just using the interactive map to help me. And for the most part, like, I found, like, 95% of everything without assistance. But, like, the remaining, like, one little thing that's in some random location, I'm fine just like using the interactive map to be like, okay, this is the one I'm missing, I'm just going to go get it. But anyway, that is what I will be doing later today. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll use it now. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'll be doing later. So I will be signing off for now. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.